Alright, so it is Dark Souls time. And to start off the episode, we are going to get ourselves the Drake Sword. So ideally, you would have gotten the Drake Sword probably just as you saw the dragon. So you would have gone in, saw the dragon, and then gone back and bought some bow and arrow and gone and got it. So we're on a bit of a back foot at the moment. But, oh no, I haven't played this in a couple of days. So I'm a bit... So yeah, you would have got your bow, you would have gotten the Drake Sword, and then you would have used it on the Moonlit Butterfly and Gargoyles. Because the Drake Sword isn't very good at upgrading, you only get a certain amount of bosses out of it, and by the time we get it now, we're only going to be able to use it on 3 bosses. So the Capra Demon, and then 2 others after that. And we'll do the Capra Demon today. Grab some souls while we go along. So, in order to get this sword, it actually takes quite a while. And I'll show you why. So, the dragon, you can't fight him outright. I've never fought him outright. So what you do is, you get your bow, and you shoot a particular spot for about 10-15 minutes, and then eventually he just dies. And you get your Drake Sword. So doing this is, I mean, I suppose you could count it as cheating, but it's really not. It's just spending a very long time doing something you really don't need to. Come on. Actually, I don't have time for this. I guess we're here. What's up? Here.
Oh, think I never had.
This guy's really creepy. We want a short bow, and we want a ridiculous amount of these.
Oh.
I think we might need some more, actually. We might actually need more. It sounds ridiculous, but you'll understand why in a second. These guys, the easiest way to get through them is just hit them on the shield, and then when they attack you, you just dodge and then hit them. Dodge and hit them. Or you can kick their shields. That gets them as well. It's probably the easiest ways to do it.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Let's go this way. Go through here. We won't bother. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. I haven't played this in a couple of days. We won't bother resting there because most likely I'm not going to die. Right, so what we want is this guy to die. Actually, we'll make sure these guys don't come down and bother us. So we'll go up. And, hey, what's up? And now all those... By the way, going to the bonfire and resting, coming back, getting those skeletons burned, going to the bonfire and coming back, doing that again and again, gets us 500 souls each time. So we're on the beginning area, like here. Probably when you have a little bit less souls than we have now, it's actually quite not a bad idea to get souls, considering you get 500 every time. So right now we don't have the attributes to be able to use this properly, but what happens is when you use it in two hands, it actually reduces the requirements needed to wield it by half. So we should now be able to use it. So what we want is this tail that goes backwards and forwards, and then we'll go about here, and that did about 3 or 4 damage. So he's going to go down, he's going to breathe or walk around a bit, and he's going to fly back up, and his tail's going to flop back down again. And we're just going to sit here, do this for about 15 minutes, and then the Drake Sword will be ours. So I'm just going to fast forward this so you guys don't have to sit through this, and then I'll see you guys at the end of it. Yes, alright, so we are back. And we have just got Drake Sword. He's gonna just stay there because we don't care about him anymore. Don't care about him anymore. What we do want, what we do care about, is the Drake Sword. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly why you get it. 200 damage outright. It doesn't scale with anything, but it is going to one-hit almost everything. Right. So now that we have our Drake Sword, we're going to get a key and head on to our to the next boss. Dead. See? Just sheer winning right there. So is this weapon essential? No. You can most definitely do this game without this weapon. The time investment, yeah, I mean, I can see why people wouldn't do it because it takes a long time to do, but it just makes it so that you can spend all your points wherever you want without having to worry about it affecting your upcoming boss battles. So you've essentially got until... I now essentially have till 2 bosses away where I can lose as many souls as I want. I mean... Actually, that's probably the best way to describe it. If you have a Drake Sword, I could lose these 1,000 souls now and it wouldn't matter. Whereas if I didn't have it, losing these 1,000 souls would mean a slower progression to becoming more powerful. So for someone that's just starting out, being able to progress and not have to worry about keeping each and every soul, not losing any of them, just makes the game a little bit easier. So if you're just starting out and you have a decent chunk of time, I would recommend actually getting this sword. It is quite good. Very, very good sword. But if you don't, it's perfectly fine. You can most definitely do the game without it. So as I said before, I'm getting this late, so I won't get the full use out of this sword. gotten this 2 bosses too late. Or later than I should have. So we'll go down here and get this item that we should have got last time. What's up, bud? Cool. See, they were a pain in the ass before, but now with the Drake Sword you can just cut straight through them. I'll drink a flask, because why not? We're not staying long anyway. Just go this way. No one cares about him. See, eventually, what we want is we want a bigger shield than this. We want more poise, which only comes from the big tower shield grade shields. Ooh. Fun fact, the halberd is actually a good weapon. I've never actually used it, but I see a lot of people using the halberd. So this is what we came here for. Okay, what's up, bud? Basement key. So the key to our next boss. Over here. Going past you guys. I mean, we may as well keep the arrows on our back, just as a souvenir of what we've done. Oh, okay, can't go that way. Actually, I'll try out. See, up here, there is a guy that is incredibly tough. Hey, what's up? Oh my god! Okay. That was not expected. Do 62. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We just got our first upgrade. The Black Knight armor and weapons and everything is pretty much gold in this game. They are absolutely mint. So if you get a Black Knight weapon, you've pretty much just won the game, because they are absolutely amazing. I have no idea why they made them so powerful, but they are. So just, ugh, winning, so good. Actually, now that I have this, I might actually go and try something. Try and kill someone that I didn't think I'd ever get through. Yeah, may as well. So, littered, ow, seriously, littered throughout the game, there are Black Knights just like that guy. They only spawn once in those spots, but as you can see, they have a chance of dropping their equipment. So if you find one, if you don't have the right equipment, run away, of course, but if you are rewarded handsomely if you can successfully defeat one with like a little bit of souls, a chance at one of those weapons. And there's another one just down here. Yeah, I really don't want him shooting arrows at me while I do this. So I have to clear out all the guys down here to fight the guy I want. See, if you do enough damage to enemies that are blocking, essentially what happens to you happens to them, and they just can't hold on, and it breaks their guard, giving you an opening to break through and attack them. It's all dependent on damage. So this guy here, I want his... I want his sword. Ow! That was a waste of time. So I'm going to try a trick that I've seen online. You bring him up here. No, screw it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not good enough for it. Oh, I'm not good enough to heal either. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Alright, so let's do it round 2, except this time not play like a complete moron. So, there's a trick online where if you get him to that ledge, you can just kick him and he falls off. I don't know how to do it, but I thought I could try. Oh, now I'm sun-dried, James. I'm dried out again. Oh well. Hey, what's up? Right. Right, so I'll probably be rolling my eyes constantly because it is like almost 3 in the morning. So I do apologize. Alright, so we'll retrieve our souls. Oh. The longsword isn't actually bad, actually. It's just not the type of weapon that I want. There we go, good enough. Oh, we don't have any firebombs. Alright, so we'll try this guy one more time. Go for the backstab, yeah, boy! See, that's the way I was supposed to do it the whole time. Ah, didn't get what I wanted. So we'll put this ring on. So I don't usually use this ring, but it boosts defense while HP is low. So you have to get below 20% for it to activate, but I mean, a ring is better than no ring, right? No, let's look up this way. And we're right across from here, just down from there. And now we go to the next area. So this is now the lower Undead Berg, where the next boss is going to be. Right, so this up here is going to be the steps that lead back to where we just came from. So now, we can go this way, and we'll be at that bonfire when we die. So now we don't have to go as far if we fail, which is me, so it's highly likely. Right, so now we're introduced to these terrifying dogs. Ow! But thanks to our magical sword, we can just get rid of them in one hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear out all this, get to where we need to go, and then we'll unlock the shortcut, so that we don't have to do as much. So when we finally get to the boss, oh shit! Right. I know they ambush there every time, and they're a pain in the ass. So if you get hit by them too much, the blood stacks build up, and you just get hit with a massive burst of damage. But thanks to our handy dandy shortcut, things come straight back. You have to fight these frightening dogs again. These guys actually jump. See, they did just then. Surprisingly far forward. So you think that you're far enough away where they won't get you, but they lunge forward every time they attack. So they approach very quickly. Nice. So I think I got him just as he was about to attack, so he put his guard down. Well, I think that's what happened. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I didn't just go through his shield. Pretty sure he can't do that. So this is another ambush. And there we go. That's how it's done. There should be a super-sized one. There he is. There we go. Bandit stuff. Clothing. Actually, we'll put that on later. Actually. No, we'll do it. No, fuck it. We'll just go for it. So the reason why I'm doing this is the strategy for this guy is much like the Tourist Demon, is you're trying to get him down the bottom so that he can just land on top and deal a chunk of his damage. You don't have to deal with a lot of his stuff. It's crap. Right, so now he's going to do it. He's going to come back. He's going to come forward. I'm just going to stay here for a bit. I'm just going to jump on top, and I'm just going to do a shitload of damage. Alright, I'm just going to stay there for a bit. Block. And that's done. It's a Capra Demon. So he's one of the harder ones you're going to come across if you're a new player. So if you're a new person, just the sheer size of this area is going to trip you up, because you have nowhere to move. Yeah, you start off with 2 dogs and a boss, so it's not the very beginner friendly boss arena. But that's the main strategy, is to get him to a spot where you can just jump down on him and deal lots of damage and chunk him, essentially. You can do the whole match without the whole fight without actually bumping into him. But you can just jump on his head constantly. But I find after about 2 or 3 times, it's worthwhile to just fight him on the floor. Because it does take, as you saw, it does take a fair while to set up. So this is the second of 2 vendors that sells purging stones. Her stock is, she only has 5. She only has 5 of them. Do not hit her, because I'm pretty sure she's the only one that sells the transient curse. So without this, you can't hit ghosts that are further on in the game. But that'll come into it later. That's in the later half of the game. So let's go back here. And we'll sit down. Right. So this is the gate back to Firelink Shrine. What's up, bud? See, the annoying part about swords as opposed to the mace is it gets stuck a lot more often on walls and stuff. Hey! Just stop! Can he make it? Oh, he doesn't. inventory over there. I'm tempted to go and get it, but I'm not sure I want to. May as well. I want to. Nah. Screw it, may as well. Always get more souls. Dark souls. What's up, bud? Bye. Why are you going over here? Please don't. Alright, cool. Stay there. Stay. It's fine. So where we're going now is we're going down to the depths. So I'll show you where it is in a second. Oh, the sewer is so loud. That's fine. We're gonna pick up our item from here. And to the depths we go. So there's a guy lurking just around here. So there's a butcher down here. That's a very large piece of meat. Oh, hello. I didn't mean to aggro you, but okay. It's probably going to come and bite me later. So, when you're going through these places, it's always best, no matter how insignificant the mobs actually are, like these guys are pathetic, but it's always best to clear them out one by one. Because you never know when they're actually going to decide to hit you and deal more damage than you expect. Fun fact, it was actually revealed that this is actually a chick. Yeah, that's a chick. Fun fact. I was assumed it was a dude, but apparently it's not. Hey, what's up? So normally I would just ignore this part, but there's a guy I have to go and rescue. I'm down here. Oh, come on, I was blocking that one. Right. These dogs, I swear. It's this water, I swear. I've used 5 flasks. I've only just killed dogs. So we'll go this way. Is that? No, not yet.
Yes, you.
So if anyone's wondering, this guy is the guy you come to get pyromancies off. So pyromancies are like sorcery spells, except sorceries scale off intelligence, but pyromancies scale off this flame on the hand.
Oh, hello.
So the flame you have equipped is what's the pyromancy scale off instead of intelligence. So it's an interesting way to bring magic into your game. Oh my god! Without having to invest in intelligence. So it just gives you some ranged ability. Oh god. From knowledge. Oh my god, the sack! Yes. Yes. We are pimping in style. So now that we've rescued that guy, who'll meet us back at Filing Shrine? And so there's like a thing that drops from the ceiling over here. I don't want to have land on my head. Like that. So it's actually hard to take damage from these things, but contrary to popular belief, they can actually damage you. So it's best to just take it slow. And just take everything as you need to. Right, so this area you just hug this wall as tightly as possible. Well. Oh, please. My apologies, I thought that was the strategy. Clearly, it is not the strategy. But that is a great example of what not to do in that corridor. So, learn from me. Oh, those dogs. What are those dogs again? I'm pretty sure this sack has absolutely no benefit whatsoever. What's up? Luckily we don't have to fight those butchers again. Let's do this. Let's do this, boys. Go. So what you can do is you can just go whoop and skip them completely. No dogs, no other guys, just straight through. I swear my controller has like input lag or something like that. I don't know what it is, but sometimes when I go in a direction, it just keeps going in that direction. Right, so keeps going in that direction despite me not wanting it to. Right, so behind this door is a bonfire. So it's quite distressing that it's not open. Oh! Here we go boys. The white light. Oh, okay, so this guy here is a pain in the ass. So, down there is a boss room. And you can just... Cool. So, a boss will be down here later on. And if you don't kill him, it's very important you come up and kill this guy. Because if you don't, he'll cast spells and he'll just pick you off constantly, no matter where you go. It's very frustrating. And once you're down there, it's almost impossible to block, to get away from. Wow, that one has so much health. Well, I failed that one. These guys. Oh, this is it. No! That poison right there is how you get cursed. So cursed, once it builds up, that bar builds up and you get cursed, you have that until you can get a purging stone. So it is frightening to even see them. So I never remember how to get here. This ring gives you a slight amount of health every time you kill a mob. So in the early games it's very useful, towards the late games it's not really useful in the slightest. But for the early game, the Ring of the Evil Eye is very useful. I just get lost down here. I have no idea where I'm going. More of them. what we're looking for. I'll go around that because I can't remember if that's a thing or not. There we are. That's where we want to be. There we go up here. This door is a shortcut. And now we're back here. Right, so we're back here to the bonfire that I can't get into. That's right. So I'll probably have to end it there, guys. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below if you want to see anything in particular, any questions. I'll look up how to get into that room. It's quite important that I get that bonfire. I want to make very good content if I have to go through this place 10 million times. Anyway guys, I will see you guys next time.